guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I thought I would sit down and finally get to play with the Bella Beauté Ocean Jewel Palette. I'm so excited. When I open this palette and I look at it, I'm like, oh my gosh, look how pretty that is. Look at those blues and the pops of this green and this like yellowy green. They do look similar like on first glance, but one is more yellow and one is actually more green. But anyway, I just think there's such a fun pop of color in this palette. Look at these blues in the middle. Oh, Ermagirsch. You guys know how I feel about that. And then this Heart of the Ocean. Oh, it's like this shifty, it's a duochrome, but it looks like when I look at it, it's got like this really deep like red reflex, but it's a really deep purple. I don't know. That's gotta be a super saturated color, like a pigment, because that is really dark. That is really dark. So anyway, I am excited to finally sit down and play with this palette. This palette is quite pricey. It is $75. You get 20 colors. You know, there's a mixture in here between the shimmers, the duochromes, you know, glitters and mattes. But yeah, it's pricey at $75. There's a lot of people that have affiliate codes with BellaBeauteBar, so you can always look around, get a code. You can get 10% off. I don't remember, did I just say it is still available? It is. It's still available on their website. So anyway, if you want to see what I do with this, then just keep watching. So I got you all zoomed in. I am so over it being hot. Just thought I'd throw that out there, considering I'm doing an ocean themed palette. I don't know, I was thinking about it earlier and I was like, how did I live in Florida so long? Because I'm so over summer. It's just hot, it's muggy, it's sticky. I'm just not a fan. Like, I want to come home today and just put on a sweatshirt and just sit in my air conditioning and be cold and comfy. I don't know. I find a lot of comfort in a nice, delightful sweatshirt. Like, I don't know. Anywho, that is what I was feeling today. I am so excited. I think just to start off, I'm going to go in Luminescence. I'm going to start with this color down here and I'm going to pick that up on this BB201 brush. That has a lot of color to it. It is very pigmented. I've already tapped it off and that's still what my brush looks like, and it is all over the desk now. So there's that. Wow, look at that. Oh my. So just for like one or two taps into the color and with tapping it off, that's a lot of good color payoff. Again, a lot of these brands just do pigments now into the mattes, and that's how they're so saturated. But anyway, I'm just going to press that color all over, and I'm even coming into that inner corner and then over. I'm gonna leave it like that. I think what I want to do is I'm just gonna jump right into this color, because this color right here, Nautilus, it looks like it shifts between a blue and a green, and it has been screaming at me. It's like, just put me on your eye. I don't know. I'm gonna pick that up with this Morphe M124 brush. She's chunky. That is so pretty. Oh my gosh. Okay, hold up. Hold up. You know, I really love when I go into a shadow like this and, you know, sometimes you get that full, I feel like I don't know, I refer to it as like a full coverage, and then when you're doing it, kind of like my last video with the Whispering Woods, and I felt like it looked more metallic and more solid. I really, really, really enjoy when I pick a color up and I put it on and it actually doesn't look as full coverage upon first application. You know, I don't mind when you can like build it up but for these like shimmery, glittery, duochromes, multichromes, whatever, I like when I can do it like this, where I put it on and stipple it and just build the coverage, because I just feel like the little reflex and the little pieces of glitter and whatever are in the shadows. I don't make shadows. I don't know exactly, you know, what is in them. I love it when they're spaced out like that, because I feel like they catch the light and really just like, I don't know. I just think it looks beautiful. That's all. And I just went really wild and just put that all over the place because I'm just so excited about it. That is so pretty. That is so pretty. It's just such a pretty color. I don't feel like I get so much of like a shift between the colors like it looks like in the pan. But now, you know, I'm gonna go, because I just can't not. I'm gonna pick that color up and I'm gonna get it wet with, what is this, that Glam Glow, because it's a fine mist. And let's see what happens when I get it wet. I think that's just how the color's gonna apply. And then see, as I apply more, just get more and more coverage from that glitter. That is so pretty. I'm gonna leave it like that. I think I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna dip into that Sunken Treasure color. And I'm gonna pick that up on this Glaminatrix E07 brush. I put them here in front of me to make sure that I try to use them, because I really want to see if I'm going to like them. And I'm just gonna stipple that color on. And I could have done this color second, but I wasn't sure what the shimmer was gonna look like, so that's why. Because I wasn't sure what color I wanted this to be. So that just shows you could do your makeup in any order that you want. There are no rules. Again, this brush has a lot of give to it, so I feel like where I want to stipple it on with the end bristles, where I want to stipple it on with the end bristles, because it is so soft and it has a lot of give to it, I'm getting a lot of that. And I think it's just because the bristles, they are longer. See how long they are? If it's a little shorter and a little more dense, I don't know, it'd be different. But I mean, even for trying to soften this, see how there's a lot of play where the bristles meet up with the ferrule. It just, I don't know. I just don't feel like I can control where I want to put the shadow as well as I could. Now I'm going to go ahead and take this Blend Bunny Cosmetics B1 brush. I think I want to go into Submerged here, like a deep purple. I'm just going to put that down here. Like that. Just to deepen it up. I'm going to take that prior Glaminatrix brush. I'm going to go back into that Sunken Treasure and just stipple over the edge. Attempt to blend a bit. And then I'm going to go back in with that Morphe M124 brush. I'm going to pick up some more of that Nautilus color, ever so light, and I'm going to dab that over where those two meet up, just to get a nice blend. And then I'm going to go ahead and pick up this color. It's like a cool toned, I don't know, is that like a brownish, I almost want to say like a brownish gray, but that's not what I'm looking for. Glaminatrix EO5 brush. And I'm gonna go ahead and bring that underneath the eye. Does it have like a little lavender hue to it? Maybe. I'm gonna clean that brush off. And then I wanna go in with Abalone. Okay, this color is like super, super, super soft. It's not picking up on that brush, so I'm gonna try to use my beloved filbert. I'm gonna try to put this under this lower lash line. Yeah, it's not gonna work. Ah! Ooh, this color is gonna be really pretty, but it's super chunky. I'm gonna have to probably go in. I'm gonna try this ColourPop L1 brush. I'm gonna try to pick some up, and then I'm gonna have to get it wet. And I'm just gonna work that color all the way underneath that lower lash line. That is such a pretty color. And then, what do I do for that inner corner? There is this mother of pearl right here that's probably gonna be really pretty, but I wanna use that on the other eye, so I don't wanna put that on the inner corner. So I think I'm gonna hop over and do this oyster color here. And I'm gonna pick that up on that same ColourPop L1 brush. Then let's see. I think it's got a nice mixture. That's so pretty. It's got such a nice mixture between like purple and like silvers. And then I think I want to pick up a little bit more of that original, that first color I picked up, and put that a little more over here. So I'm going to leave it like that. I'm going to go ahead and hop over to the other eye here. So the first one I don't always know, but this go around I've been kind of eyeing it as I'm working through. And I feel like I want to go in with this yellow here, this shimmer here, this darker color here, this tortoise, and then, I don't know, that's what I'm going to work on the top of the eye, because I really want to see these colors. So I'm going to pick up this Glaminatrix EO2 brush. I'm going to pick up that sundial color. I'm going to put that in the inner part of the eye, kind of like I did with that green. Can you see the difference between those two? This one has more of a green to it. I mean, they are really similar. Like, sometimes it drives me nuts with a palette, because I'm like, could you have done something a little different rather than having to, like, I don't know, like neon yellow green colors, you know what I mean? Like, maybe we could have put like a random pop of coral of sorts, or I don't know, anything. anything. That is really pretty though. And then I think what I want to do is I clean that brush off, and I'm going to take that same brush and I'm going to go into that tortoise color, which is that brown, and I'm gonna put that out here. Oh man, that is really saturated. I don't necessarily think I was expecting that. So I'm gonna blend that out a bit. So now I'm gonna go in with that mother of pearl color here. I'm gonna put that on the lid. Ooh, it feels chunky, like rubbing my brush over it. It just felt like rubbing over glitter. Like I felt like I feel like it felt like coarse and gritty. Let's see. It's gonna take a bit to cover, so I'm gonna go ahead and pick it up, and then I'm gonna get it wet. You could also use glitter glue to get it to adhere. I'm gonna put this on the inner corner of my eye as well. I think I want to see what this shark's eye looks like. So I'm gonna pick that up on that same, oh, I lied. I don't even know what I said this brush was. Did I tell you what this brush was? AUA Studio E122 brush. So I'm gonna pick up that shark's eye. And I'm gonna put that next to that mother of pearl color. In the center. I don't know if this color feels dry, like picking it up on the brush. But it is really pretty. It's got a lot of like different shimmers, like greens. It doesn't look super evident when you first put it on, but as you keep putting it on and building it up, you can definitely see it a lot more. I mean, I really do have my mirror all up in my face. I'm gonna clean that brush off. I'm gonna go back into that mother of pearl and just blend over top where they meet up. Let's go ahead and see what this color out here does. This Heart of the Ocean. It looks really deep and dark, but I'm wondering, like, the texture of it is interesting. I'm gonna pick that up on that Blend Bunny B1 brush. I'm gonna bring that all through this outer corner and then into the crease a bit, over top of the other shimmers. I'm gonna go ahead and pick that color up and swatch it. So that's what it looks like on my finger. Look how pretty that looks. And that's what it looks like. So looking down at it, it looks like it's gonna be really deep purple. It's almost like that bluish purple. So there's supposed to be a shift to it, but when I look at it, it shifts to a really, yeah, like that purplish red color. But we're just gonna put it out here to deepen that outer corner, and I'm gonna leave it like that. I've used quite a few colors. I think I'm gonna go underneath with Sea Glass and then probably put this color over top of that. So I'm gonna pick up that Sea Glass on this Glaminatrix E05 brush. And now I'm gonna take Filbert and I'm gonna pick up, I don't even know what that says, N-A-C-R-E, Nacre? I don't know, Nacre? So I'm gonna pick that color up. I'm gonna get it wet. And I'm gonna go under that lower lash line, all the way from almost that inner corner, except for where I have that mother of pearl color, all the way to the outer corner. Oh, that's chunky. Whew. I got that all up on my waterline. This is why they probably say it's not safe to use this in the immediate area of the eye, so you need to be careful. This color's super pretty. Anyway, I'm really blending this color across because as textured as it is, it's getting into every little specific crease here, and I just want it to be nice and uniform all the way across. I am getting a little bit of fallout, but that's my own fault. I didn't tap this brush off very well. And then I'm bringing it up a little bit, ever so slightly. So anyway, I think I'm gonna leave both eyes like that. I'm gonna hop off, I'm gonna finish them up, and I'll be right back. Okay, so here are the finished looks. I'll go ahead and cover one eye. Cover the other eye. And then I'll go ahead and close both eyes. I'll do a low light situation. Okay, so here's me zoomed out, and let's go ahead and talk about it. Let's see what I finished up with. So on the waterline of this eye, I just went ahead and used my cream gel liner by ColourPop. And which one is this? Insomniac. And then for this eye, I just went in with my Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencil in All Around White. I just wanted to open up the eye. This eye, I just thought pink would be fun for like a pop of color. For the for my eyeliner, I went ahead and used my KVD Tattoo Liner in Trooper Black. And then for my lips, I went ahead and used this LA Girls Perfect Precision Lip Liner in Bear. It was just a nice nude color. I feel like to get a nice application, I did have to go over like coyed a few times with that, just as a little side note. And then for my lipstick, I used Pink Peppermint by MAC, just to make a nice like pale nude lip. And then over top of that, I went in with my P. Louise Lip Drip just to add a little bit of shimmer and shine. And that is this. It's just my little lip gloss. So as far as the palette goes, I actually really like the palette. I feel like everything applied nicely. The color over here, this brown color, I do have a little section that looks slightly patchy. I noticed it when I was putting it on. I don't know if that's just a patchy dry area on my lid, because it actually goes, oh, I can't see. I didn't take the cover off of the mirror in the palette. So it actually extends over into where the yellow is, so that I don't know if that's more me or if that's more the palette. I'm not really sure. So I did just notice that. I obviously used a lot of colors on my eyes. Again, I like to use as many as I can so you guys can see how they perform, so then you have like a better understanding or a better idea, so then you can make a nice informed decision if you decide to purchase the palette. The palette is expensive. It is $75. Again, I do always suggest that you find an affiliate code. You can just go onto YouTube and up in the search bar, you know, write coupon code, affiliate code, or whatever, and whatever the brand is for any makeup that you're buying, somebody on there usually has some kind of code to at least save you 10%. I really, really like this color here. I really think the matte applied very nice. I do feel like I'm slightly frustrated with the fact that they did put two colors that are so similar, and I feel like that's a common thing with BellaBeauteBar. I feel like there's always some color in there, whether it's a shimmer or whether it's a matte, and they do similar colors in their palettes, and I don't know why, but it kind of drives me crazy. Like, I have noticed it a lot in some of their other palettes, or just palettes in general, honestly. It kind of irritates me, because when you do first look at it, I mean, obviously you can tell that's yellow, that's green, you know, and the turquoise, and they look really pretty together, but obviously having them on the eye, it's like, can you wholeheartedly tell me, be like, oh, you're wearing the green today, or oh, you're wearing the yellow today? No, because if somebody saw you with this separately, they'd probably think you were wearing the same shadow, you know what I mean? So that's just kind of annoying. I do like the colors. I like the yellow and I like the green. Don't misinterpret what I'm saying. I like how they are. I like the color of them. I just don't think both of them need to be in the same palette. But I do like the palette overall. I think there's a lot you can do with it. Again, I was very extra with it. You can tone it down and do some nice neutral looks with the colors over here. You can, as always, use just one of the mattes and then add a shimmer to it and call it a day. You can go very simple, very easy, and it'll look beautiful. You don't have to be so extra like I am. Again, I like to just show you as many colors as I possibly can. You could go over the top and do all kinds of things. You do whatever you want. I just want you to have a good understanding of how the shadows perform. I really like it. I like the palette. I hope I can reach for it more often. But you guys know that I love blues, and it just speaks to me. If a palette doesn't speak to you, I don't think you should waste your money on it if it's something that you're not going to use. And I'm never going to change my mind on that. I'm never going to get on here and be like, oh my gosh, everybody all across the world needs this palette. You don't, because it's not for everybody. So anyway, that's how I feel about that. I like it. I hope I pick it up more frequently. Again, I don't know, I just get really excited every time I look in the mirror and I see this color right here, and I really enjoyed how it applied. So anyway, if you have this palette and you love it, let me know. Let's talk about it. If you have this palette and you're like, meh, I'm not really a fan, let's talk about that too. I like to hear what you guys have to say. If there's any palettes you've tried recently that you just want to tell me about, that you can tell me that too. You can hop over to my Instagram. You can leave comments on there as well. It's a lot easier to chat back and forth on that also. So you can go ahead and see what I'm up to on that side of the web. So anyway, I hope all of you are happy and well and having a good week, and that you enjoy the rest of your day or evening or whenever you're watching this. Bye.